F1 car emissions are less than a cow as Christian Horner shares future plans. Christian Horner has outlined future plans for F1 to become greener after admitting that car emissions isn't the problem the sport needs to deal with. For decades, fans have called out the FIA to play a greater role in combating the effects of climate change. In November 2019, the FIA announced their intentions to have a net zero carbon footprint by 2030 before informing that F1's engines will be powered by sustainable fuels from 2026. In an audit conducted by the sport's governing body, F1's activities produce approximately 256,000 tons of carbon dioxide per year. This is the equivalent of providing power roughly to 30,000 UK households over the same period of time. However, F1 cars themselves only accounted for 0.7% of the sport's emissions in 2019, and Horner shared similar sentiments in a chat with Times Radio and outlined plans for the sport to be more sustainable in the future. The logistics of transporting teams and their equipment across the world is the biggest issue. I think that when you look at the Formula One car, its emissions are less than a cow over the course of a year, the 48-year-old said. I think that it's the support functions that are the things that really have the impact, whether it's the aircrafts or the cargo ships. I think where Formula One has a responsibility of driving changes, for example, we're increasing the sustainable quantity of fuel that there is. We will be going to fully sustainable fuels by 2026. As Horner mentioned, road, sea and air logistics for equipment transportation accounted for 45% of F1's emissions in 2019. Business travel for teams contributed an additional 27.7% in 2019. The sports factories and facilities represent 19.3% of emissions, along with another 7.3% for event operations. He also commented on the possibility of hydrogen being introduced in Formula One, and stated manufacturers have backed the idea of electric cars. Hydrogen could be something very interesting for Formula One further down the line, Horner went on. Manufacturers have backed the electric route, but that also takes its toll on the environment as well. He added, I think Formula One, with so many talented engineers on such a global public platform, is a great technology test bed that manufacturers can get involved in and push these technologies and hopefully look at more sustainable routes for the future. In 2020, Formula E became the first sport to have reached a net zero carbon footprint by investing in projects to offset emissions from multiple seasons of electric racing. It carried out methods such as monitoring its carbon footprint, optimizing transport and logistics, and removing single-use plastics on site.